good that he has said if he loses the ADC primaries, he will support whoever wins. That will mean he behaving as a good party, loyal party member.
Yeah. Yeah.
As for Frank Shaibu, I think he wrote that piece, rejoinder to President Tinubu.
I beg, Abati, forget that thing. Forget that thing. What are you saying? Atiku is saying that if he loses the ADC ticket, he will support whoever that wins. Who will win Atiku? Who? You know, sometimes we know the truth. We're bypassing it just to say something that will please, you know, our satanic masters. Who tell me whoever that can surpass Atiku when they go for primary in that ADC? It's not possible now. Mention one name. Even Peter Obi know that he cannot dare beat Atiku if they go for primary because Atiku will dollarize it. According to this article today, and you can see from my title right there, let me quickly take just the headline or one or two paragraphs from this. As you can see right there, Obi won't join dollarized primaries. Obedient reply Atiku, which is the truth. Supporters of the former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi have reacted to ex-Vice President Atiku Abubakar over his vow not to step aside for any aspirant in his quest to secure the African Democratic Congress ticket for the 2027 presidential race. The Obedient movement, Obi's court-like followership dismissed Atiku's picture as mind games, insisting their principle would never be caught in the murky politics of vote buying or dollarized delegate inducement that dominates Nigeria political parties' primaries. That's the truth now. Abati don't know this one. Whereby they talk say he will step down if anybody win it. That makes him a political what? Political what? Political what? If they go for primary, nobody can beat Atiku. Atiku is ready to give $100,000 to all delegates and they'll vote for him. So Peter Obi cannot dare stand with them on that. But the question now is, a lot of people are saying currently, is that where will Peter Obi run from? That is a big question. I want to learn from you guys today here because me, I'm also asking the same question. I don't want to answer it because I don't know. Because if the way ADC is going, except they are playing the prank, you know, I've said this right from time, except they are doing this to play a prank on Nigerians and to confuse Tinubu and his administration. But if this is a reality, what is currently happening now, it looks like there's no hope for Peter Obi at all in ADC. While Labour Party, I don't have any, me particularly, I don't have hope there, but I don't know what is happening within. So the question that people are asking, where will our principal run from? May not come be like say at the end of the day, our principal might not even have a platform to run, according to what people are saying. So I would like us to address that part when it gets to our turn. For those of you that were calling in, this is the best time to call in. Let's take it from here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you once again. And I appreciate you all once again, how you celebrated my birthday yesterday. God bless you all. Thank you very much, every one of you. Thank you. Thank you. So let me take this first caller right now. Then my panelists, get prepared. I'll come back to you guys shortly. Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from. Hello, hello, hello. Off your gadget. Hello. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Your name and where you're calling from.
This is normal guy, police from Poland.
Oh, okay, because this number is not saved. Thank you, sir. You called in 2 days ago, yeah.
Okay. You know, I called you before when we were talking about Dennis Igausa, I think about a few days ago.
Okay, yes, certainly, yes. When you were protecting the satanic governor of Edo State.
I'm not, I just said what is right. But you see what you guys did yesterday.
Yes, sir.
I saw it, you put it. He's apologizing, he's saying different things. As I told you, you don't eat, tortoise don't eat the leaf APC used to cover himself. So that one is apart. So what I'm saying is, he said in fact is that you see this our principal will be. I don't know who advised you to go and join Atiku. I can't see this question one day. Why did this man went to join Atiku and El-Rufai and this Amici? Who has advised this man? If Atiku stepped down for OB, who will be talking of APC today? Who will be talking about Jagaban today? That was a very big chance. But the man refused. So he went and go and join Atiku. He cannot fix the Labour Party. Whatever the problem is, they cannot settle the party. So where is he going now? Hello?
I don't know.
I don't know who advised this man. I don't know whether the man is so desperate. He will be telling us he's not desperate. It's not desperate. Who is desperate than this? In your own house, in your own living, in your own party, you can't settle it. You can't repair it. You want to get Atiku. How many times will you go Atiku? So anybody that advises,
Are you Peter Obi supporter or Tinubu supporter?
Of course, I have both to Holland, Belgium, France. I have when he was campaigning last time. I bought his jersey. We took up for him. We do everything for him. We supported him.
Oh.
Yes. But the way he's doing now, who advised him to go and join Atiku?
Okay.
Abura is not good. You can bring it. There is nothing you cannot solve. Call Abura. Call this call this one. Settle it. Because everybody that are looking at you. But you leave it. Your house cannot be, you cannot, the snake cannot be on top of your roof. Then you are sleeping. So you went and join Atiku. How will Atiku step down for you? Is he crazy? Well, you know how much that man has spent to make sure that parties come about. Where is he going now? Huh? Tell us, where is he going? See, I watch yesterday. See how see what he's saying concerning you. That is his own brother. He spoke man for me the last election. So thank you, my brother. Let me watch what people will say today, like Mr. Alex. I'm not satanic because last time you were saying I'm satanic. I'm not satanic.
No. I said Okpebolo is satanic, not you, sir. Okpebolo is satanic, was born with satanism. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Elvis, I want the best for our place because nothing like home. People know we are citizens here.
But we cannot get the best from Okpebolo, sir. It's obvious. Okpebolo have tout, Agbero, are surrounding him. Himself is a tout, he's a criminal, he's Agbero.
Oh, listen. You said last time, before you concluded last time, you said Igbede Joyce Nobu is satanic.
Yes.
John Oyebu is satanic.
No, I didn't say John Oyebu is satanic. I didn't mention that. Before what I mentioned, let me say it again because so that you know, say I not put water for mouth. Say Igbede Joyce satanic, Oshomole satanic, Obaseki satanic, Okpebolo satanic. That's what I talk about.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So who do you want to come and do a security?
We are maybe you don't know because we have to continue to give try. With the first 3 months is enough to know who is satanic. Why some people say we should give them time? There's no time to give time.
Okay, my brother, listen. I read political. I read government.
Yes.
That is what I studied.
Okay.
It's democracy. Even this OB we're saying OB. If OB come on board now, OB cannot be in everywhere, my brother. Nigeria is big.
That's not what we are saying. Who is satanic? You know them from their first step. Okpebolo cannot do anything. Currently, are you aware that he's dragging, stylishly disrespecting the monarch now? Are you aware of that?
No. That is propaganda. I know.
Propaganda? You are not aware of Iyaloja?
He's put that he bringing that what's Yano Jack going to do with is it forget that one?
So the satanic crown and inauguration they did in the government house, where was that?
I said people that is doing that. I know, but
but where was Okpebolo when those satanic gathering and crowning and everything were going on? Where was satanic Okpebolo at that time?
That is what I'm trying to tell my old people now. OB, if OB doesn't take time, he will not have platform.
Okay, thank you.
The way it's going now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. So let me be watching. So
you need to send me your name so that I can store this number. If not, anytime you call, I'll be asking who is this. Send me your name. I'll just copy to save it. Thank you, sir.
Prince Freddy from Holland.
Okay, sir. Okay, Prince from Holland. I'll just put that. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, let me take another call. Our IPA said he studied political. We have another person that studied political that is going to talk to us now, which is Mr. Alex. So maybe Mr. Alex might be learning from him, or IPA might be learning from Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex, please, carry for, talk to us. Thank you, my brother. Can you hear me? Yes, my brother. Good evening to you, sir. Talk to us. Somebody who studied political in university, who know better than you just finished talking right now. I guess you were listening.
I listened to the tingly simmer of a lopsided, brainwashed, and corrupted fellow. Listen, I was very fan of Obaseki. I'm never his fan. That does not make me stupid to start supporting a nitwit, an illiterate who was giving power on the platter of gold. You cannot give what you don't have. Because Eddie Murphy's, the deputy governor's elder brother was arrested, maybe tortured or bribed, maybe he suddenly came out from the dungeon of the DSS and changed his tone. He changed his blues music into reggae music. Does that mean Edo State is shining? Have you moved around all the roads in GRA? Have you moved around the roads? Do we have pipe on water? Do we have waterboard working in Edo State? The guy that called just now, may God forgive you and everything that concerns you. May God have mercy on your life. You know how many people are being killed and kidnapped on our express road almost on a daily basis as the government made a press conference addressing people as if visited family members who are grieving? Have you lost a loved one before? I'm asking you. I know you are listening. You corrupted human being. Because of the rule of the platform, I'm holding myself. I know words to use for men like you.
No, don't insult him, please. Just tackle him. That's what you can do.
That's what I'm doing. Have you ever lost a loved one before? Have you lost a loved one? Has your person been kidnapped? Look at the way they are using money. Look at the budgets.
He said, don't forget, he said he's supporting Peter Obi, or is Peter Obi's supporter.
I don't care about the gladiator he claimed to support. People are hiding under different guys to tell us what we have in the states. Look at the disgrace and the embarrassment they are giving to the royal house and our culture. In spite of the pronouncement of the man at Magnolipos of our royal house, Yoba Benin.
He said,
the governor that claimed to respect the traditions and values is succumbing to the dogma of a president that is destroying the country. When Tinubu came to power, how much was fuel? Once again, may God have mercy on you. Okpebolo is the worst thing that has happened to Edo State political history. In fact, he has made Obaseki to be a saint right now. I want to send the warning. I know they are listening. If you continue like this, Mr. Governor and Kennedy Daosa, you may not do 2 years in office before a massive uprising breaks up. A peaceful protest that that may send you away from Osadebe Avenue. Because you are playing. You are deceiving yourself. What about the $200 million scam Glasgow conference, Glasgow partnership, whatever? How does that give us waterborne? How does that address the people who have been kidnapped in Edo North, across all the federal roads in Edo State? How does that give us, the dividends of democracy? How many roads, inside cities, how many states have you fixed? How many kilometers road have you fixed? Let us face reality now. Do you drive on the roads in Edo State? Don't you ever mention flyover to me, because I will tell you something you will not believe. I will tell you. Flyover is just a charade to cover us up. So because you are building flyover, all of our cars should be destroyed in all the adjoining roads. Is that how you behave? Now you are making us to think twice about the administration of Obaseki if you don't know. We were among those that chased Obaseki and asked him away because of the way he was behaving and the way he was ruling. But now you're making us have everything. If you don't know, nobody fits me. No APC, no PDP, no Labour, nobody can boastfully come out and say that guy that always speak on your platform, I give him money. It should come out. So that's why I'm telling you the truth. Obama is a disaster. Obama is not articulate. Obama is not intelligent. He has no historical knowledge. He does not know the sanctity of history and culture and values. That's why you will see that on his hands. You know how will come and be rolling it over in the Benin market. Can they try that? Can they try that in Sokoto? Can they try it in Kano? Can they try it in Zamfara? Can they try it in Plateau states? All this political and social cultural finish, it has to stop. I'm sure he's a young who is ashamed of himself now. You are happy, you are happy, Lawrence Oka, all the you are happy now. You all wanted to buy houses in different parts of the world. You want to get our souls, our lives, for full investment. You are ruling the state with our blood. We are watching. There comes a time people will have to take to the street peacefully, asking for government to go. That's where we are right now. We don't care about the constitution. We don't care about the fake democracy that is making people to be kidnapped. If this is a democracy, to hell with democracy. Where a stranger will come from far away in Lagos to come and tell us my grandmother is not so care for her. A small girl. And you dare open your mouth and tell me the Hausa came to apologize. They have their family issues. They should go and settle their problem. From the way he communicates, obviously, he is an illiterate. So I did not expect something more from him. He was shaking twice, lack of conviction, lack of depth, lack of education. He came out and started singing another song. How does that put food on the table of the poor people in Edo State? How does that stop the Fulani herdsmen kidnappers across our roads in Edo State? How does that make electricity 24 hours? Mr. Ellis, I am very sad. I'm very sad.
Thank you.
We reduce the state to a state of illegence. A state that produced Anthony Enao, the man that moved the independence for this country. A state that produced Professor Folosho and Bruce Ali. A state that is housing right now Michael Sekume, FCA, one of the finest, if not the very finest lawyer of our time right now. Sekume will be crying in his bedroom. He don't need to tell me. He'll be weeping in his bedroom. They'll be doing a state to a state of out, talks and criminal, priest fingers, jesters. I will try to come on the platform. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. I know our Oba is embarrassed. I know he's embarrassed. He's going to tell me. At least everybody will learn now not to use sentiments to judge when it comes to elections, including me. Rubbish. Thank you, Mr.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, my brother. All right. Vitus Equivalent, you said Obi is not desperate to be president. Hey, that man will talk on just now. He said, Peter Obi, they support you. I don't want to talk anything. I want to make one attack everything when I hear the year today by myself. Because I'm my own, I ring bell. Attack one. You can't be supporting somebody. In fact, let me leave it like that. Let me just leave it. You know, say so the way the thing they do person sometimes. Let me just leave my own comment. Let me come to my panelists. Let's talk. We have lots of people on the panel already. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. I appreciate every one of you right there. Kinsdale Giraki, thank you very much, sir, for the super chat for my coffee. I'm very, very grateful. Guys, help us to press on the like and help us to share. Sir Louis, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Hello, Mr. Elvis. Good afternoon. Yesterday I was unable to come in. By the time I came, the link was not there anymore. So I kept asking for the link to be posted, but I guess it was already late. So happy birthday to you, my brother. Happy birthday to you. And I pray that God Almighty will bring to pass that prayer, that secret prayer you pray to God Almighty. May you have a manifestation of it this month in the mighty name of Jesus. May everything you put your hand be a blessing as you put your hand on this plow of working for progress, working for a better Nigeria. You're not looking back against all odds. Your feet is marching on the platform where you want a Nigeria to get better, irrespective of whatever comes your way. May God begin to work the things that you desire so much that you don't have the physical strength or the ability to do right. And may God begin to put them in place to you in the mighty name of Jesus. May life fall in pleasant places for you. Whoever calls you is cursed. Who bless you is blessed in the mighty name of Jesus. You will enjoy the fruit of your labor. Your children are blessed. Your family is blessed. Your home is blessed in the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
I'm so happy because I'm also October. But October is a special month.
Exactly.
Thank you, sir. I don't agree with that one. No, don't be October be special month.
October is
no agree. I don't agree with that one too.
Everybody knows that a Taurus is the best. It's the best zodiac sign. Let's not even argue that at all.
What do you mean everybody know? I don't know that.
Exactly. You know that.
Well, now you know. You didn't know before. Now you know. If you don't know,
the people born in the month of June are the strongest people.
Oh my God, those are the worst. They're two-faced. The people born in the month of May. Please. No, it's a fact, Mr. Always. April, May. People born in April and May are the best. So they're the best people to ever be with. Seriously.
Say who?
Honestly.
Say who?
So we wait a month for August. Oh, not good.
No, now we come. Now we be Satan.
August is good, Sha, but in terms of the best,
he's trying to make you calm. Don't mind that.
You see, October, people born in the month of October. One, Mahatma Gandhi, Margaret Thatcher, Eleanor Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt.
Let's not talk about Gandhi. You just called the wrong. You called the wrong names associated with that. Wrong names, man. Wrong names. Gandhi.
Okay, wait.
Gandhi. That hated black people. What are you talking about? Margaret Thatcher? They destroyed the world. Who else again?
Hold on.
Okay, in the month of May, who were born in the month of May? Mention them.
Google is your friend.
Wait now.
Now Google now you go refer me to now.
Please let me listen to Sir Louis before you start Black Panther.
Lady Rita, yes, you made a point, but I'm just telling you, he was, of course, we the black people don't like him because of what he did, but to his own people, he was great, and his rating.
Please, God better name my bag. No be Gandhi, please.
See, do you know what? Desmond Tutu was born in October. Jesse Jackson was born in October.
Liberals are amazing. I have 4 liberals in my house.
Julia Andrews, many of them born in October.
Oh, Julie Andrews.
So.
Okay.
October is a month of great people. Look at it.
I agree.
Oscar Wilde, Pablo Picasso,
great people, but the best are Taurians.
Liberals are never weak.
I didn't say anybody's bad, but Taurus are the best. I just want to put that out there.
Liberals are weak.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Now do well. Salut is talk to us.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. Moving forward, I think for the independence that we just had a few days ago, I made something I was just going through to know what we are celebrating as a nation. And when I looked forward, I was able to just, take my mind down memory lane of how Nigeria was when I grew up, when I was born, and looking at how the country was and looking at Nigeria today. And I made that note on my wall on social media. And I actually listed out some things that was not, common to us Nigerians at that time. And I said, well, we used to get coins. They used to give us coins in the 80s. Leaving the house, our parents would give us coins, and that was enough for lunch. And I said, similar to what some kids today would get in the UK, take £3 coin. That £3 coin could get them some areas in London. Chicken and chips is £2.50. 2 chicken and fries and a Coke. Some areas, but then that was all we were getting then. That was in connection to Naira and dollar. But what do we have today? So I just made some points down. I don't want to go into it because it's quite long. And I was just looking, I said, where we have today, right now, are we making an effort to better the country? Are we actually making an effort to better the country? The people right now. I said, why is Nigeria, a country as blessed as Nigeria, fall in the hands of this wrong set of people? You know, that gave me some deep thoughts, and that was a sad moment for me. Right now, there are Nigerians all over the world languishing in several prisons. Many of them because they just want a better life. I was speaking to a man who's a medical doctor. The guy said, I'm looking for every way to just travel. Say, I beg, help me. I said, I don't do traveling. I don't have any travel information. I'll only tell you to go to the website and read. I cannot do anything. I don't know how to do these things. When he told me the amount of money is earning as a salary, of course, this man, he has friends living in the US and other countries. He knows the way doctors are treated in other places. These are what we're talking about, brain drain, where all our professionals are living because there's no better life for them in Nigeria. And it's unfortunate that we are just where we are. The government are not doing anything about it. They don't really care. Nigeria is not a country of 2 million people. It's more than 200 million people. Right now, do these people really, do they take into cognizance what Nigerians are going through? Do they really want to better the lives of the Nigerian people by fixing the country? I don't think so. So it's become a power play. It's a power tussle. Everybody just want to have it for themselves. It's like a mafia world. As for the independence, what we experienced in Edo State, you know, I've said it before here. I said the 3 ethnic groups that were loved and empowered by the colonial masters, the people calling themselves the Wazobias, many of them, the elites, they are a problem in Nigeria. I've said it before. They are a problem in Nigeria. Buhari was the president. We saw what the Fulanis did. The Fulanis were all over the place, causing trouble. Fulanis from other places migrated to Nigeria. Now we have a man who happens to come from another region. These people don't care they have no respect for the integrity. They have no respect for, other ethnic groups. They have no respect for, the institutions of the Nigerian people. The only thing they care about is power. That's what they care about. They care about. Sheyi Tinubu would have loved to be in the position VDM is today. Like I said before, I said that young man hates VDM for just one reason. Because that is exactly what he actually wanted to be. It's unfortunate that he cannot. You can't force people to love you. The daughter right now, because all this is just for election. When the re-election comes, what happens? The daughter who, for Lashade from Lagos, controls, she will be the one controlling the market women in the 36 states in the country. That's exactly what she wants. Of course, you know that market women are very powerful. There's nobody here that is not in one way or another connected to a market woman. Even if you don't have a market woman as a mother or as a wife or as an auntie, you go to the market, don't you? Or if you don't go, someone goes to the market to buy something that you eat at home. Market women, they have a voice. So if you can control the market women, of course you have the numbers. And we have a governor that said he will give 2.5 million votes to Tinubu in Edo State. Where are you going to get that? I think what I was expecting to say, probably what I think would have said was, we will rig 2.5 vote to you. Maybe that would have made sense. Give 2.5 vote. How? If you just use the word rigging, we will know that, okay, because the election is rigging anyway. That's what they do. That's what they're good at. So the 3 ethnic groups that claim to be the majority, they are the problem. We have the ones from the north who wants to, they are just going about buying many people in many parts of the country. We have the one from the southwest who believe many lands of the country belongs to them. And now they have no respect for other ethnic groups. We have the ones also from the southeast, some sections from it, who also say they want to have a nation, and they are going to carve maps, who are declaring in the state of, is it Norway or Finland or whatever, calling different countries, naming different territories that they have no control over. So you see these 3 ethnic groups are the problem. Nigeria is not built around Wazobia. Nigeria was created in 1914 by the fraudulent oligarch. For Nigerians, there are so many ethnic groups living in Nigeria. We have the Middle Belt, we have the South. For you to travel from Lagos State to Edo State, you talk complete disregard, disrespect. That's a complete show of arrogance. Because you have the power, you can do whatever you want to do. Nobody can question. You went in there. You want to install Uvu. Of course, I know before His Royal Majesty said it to her, she must have gotten the information from other folks that this is this and this and this and this, but they don't care about anything. And I'm saying this now to the Edo people. I've seen several reactions, and yes, we have a right to, because we'll be pushed to the wall. And I've said it before. I said, in this world, nobody respects you when you are too nice. Nobody. Everywhere I go, I said, I'm not a nice person. I'm a good man. Yes, I'm not a nice person. Because I will not come to please you. I'll tell you what is right. It takes a good man to tell you what is right, not a nice man. Nice man, even when you are failing, the nice man will be smiling with you. So I think that one of the docility of the Benin people is that they'll be too over nice over the years, and that has not paid us. I'm just being honest now. That has not paid us at all. Everybody today is beginning to demand what they want for themselves. Many people are saying, no, it's time for the Igbo to be a president. What also stop a Benin from being a president? Don't we have people who are capable? Don't we have people who have what it takes to sit in Nassau Rock? What stops a man from another place to be a president? Don't they have people who are capable? Nigeria is a country that is divided among ethnic lines. And the earlier we see it, the best it will be for us. Let's stop playing around like we don't know what is happening in the country. I used to have a mind of one Nigeria, beginning to have a rethink on that. Because Nigerians don't see it the way we say it. They don't. They only receive from their own ethnic group. It's unfortunate, but that is just what it is. We shouldn't be thinking like that. Well, that is just what it is. How do you change a system to develop a country? It's not infrastructural. That is, if the people are not mentally developed, infrastructural development will not work or stand. Everything first comes from the mental development. The Nigerian mental psyche right now, it revolves around ethnic lines and religion. There's no way you can't separate them from that. People, they have no respect. The only way we can grow together as a country is to first of all have mutual respect for one another. If we don't have that, there's no way we can live together. It's completely impossible to live together if we have no mutual respect. You don't come from Lagos to just go to a territory and begin to. And the governor of Edo State right now, you see, during the campaign, I was shocked. I said, when I saw Obaseki, even though Obaseki was one of that failed man that I disliked his administration all through, but when I saw the candidate he brought, Asmi Godalo, I said to myself, I said, yes, even though this man is coming from a wrong platform, this man is intelligent. Of course, we all know he's well intelligent. He has done well for himself. But when I saw APC's candidate, I said, oh my goodness. In a time like this, these people, don't they have brains? Don't they have brains? In a time like this, is this kind of man you are presenting in a time like this? And I was told that I said, Nigerian politicians don't learn. They don't learn because this mentality of thinking someone who is who knows nothing will always be. When you give a power to a fool, you will see the true color of that fool. They give a power to an illiterate, you see the true color of that illiterate. It's better to know someone for who the person is, that person is a no-nonsense person, a disciplined man that is principled, than because Nigerians, our definition of humility is when someone is a coward or a fool to you. You say, oh, you are very humble. Who told you he's humble? Give that man $1 million if he will still be humble to you, or give $1 million if he will still call you sir. And then you make. I was informed a few days ago that the governor and Ezeyamu today, they are loggerheads. They don't. I mean, they are not getting along anymore. I said, of course, that will happen. Why do you think Wiki had to use Tinubu to break down to break the governor of Rivers State down? Because he personally put him there for the election and everything. Of course, the guy became a governor, wanted to run his whole government. And of course, you have to use the federal might to break him down. But that is the problem in Nigeria today. Are we supposed to be controlling anybody? Are we supposed to have this mindset of, let me put this person to control? Until we get to a point where we truly love our country. Because if you truly love your country, you love your state, you will not be putting an illiterate, someone that has nothing to offer, financing to become a governor. You will not do that. You will look for the best that has what it takes to serve the people. Because we don't love our country. There's no love in this country. We just pretend the people actually don't care about the well-being of the country, don't care about anybody. And those states and Benin City is dirty. The roads are bad. For more than 8 years, or let me say 16 years now, if not more than, the Benin City was not properly maintained. It's such a shame that Benin City, Edo State is in that deplorable condition. And now you have a governor that goes to work in the gutter, and you have one illiterate, one idiot, one simpleton shouting Edo State is shining. My governor is working. So is that an achievement? Of course, the governor he can't do anything because Tinubu is his paymaster. He's someone that he will do everything to bow to the president because he wants to get re-elected, and by getting re-elected, he wants to make sure the president gets re-elected first. So the only way we can actually, we can grow is to have a president that loves the people, a president that wants to build the country. I also have a governor that respects the institution, respect the people, because that's the only way you can actually get along. You respect the institution and the people. You don't become a governor to fight the people. You become a governor to build the state, work with the people, empower the people, not fight the people, destroy the institution we have. Everywhere you go in the world, you call the name Benin. The first thing that comes to everyone's head is Benin Kingdom. We only have an history right now. We don't have tourism yet. Because who will come to Edo State? How do you attract tourism to Edo State? Do you think a European will buy a ticket, pay for a hotel to come to Benin to do what? To be driving on those roads? Or to go where? What do we have right now? We only have a huge priceless history. We do not have any tourism yet. The only state right now in Nigeria that is still trying it, because I was watching on Arise television this morning, talking about Governor of Lagos trying to organize the Formula One boat show. I said, okay, that's good. I said they travel to one state, and they were talking about, people will come to Lagos. When I saw that, I was sad. Maybe if this was like year 2000 or 2001, I'll be so happy. Oh, Lagos, I was really sad. I said, is Lagos the only state in Nigeria? Things like this, we should be hearing it in other states, but you know what? Everything has to be in Lagos. Everything has to be, the seaport has to be in Lagos. You have to come to Lagos to travel. So everything has to be in Lagos. We have 36 states in the country. We have other states in Nigeria. They are far more better, river to have those games. But they are not developed. All the money going to Niger Delta, all the money going to NDDC. What are they doing with it? So, I don't know. I really don't know where, if Peter Obi gets elected, by God's, let's say God's willing, by God's grace he gets elected, where is he going to start from? Because you see, I just pray don't become a presidency that will also be fueled by ethnic appointment and what we see right now, because everybody's just empowering their own people. The only person that tried not to do that was Jonathan, trying to be liberal with everyone. But look at how it ended. Someone was telling me in London, one man in London said Jonathan is the biggest fool. And I said, sir, why? The man said, my brother, if I become a Nigerian president today, I don't care if they arrest me, I will loot Nigeria to build my state. So why would Jonathan become a president? He's working in the north, working in the south, working in the... He said, no. I said, but we have to serve Nigerian people. He said, go and sit down. So I'll serve Nigerian people. I say, see, that is the mindset of the Nigerian people. Nobody cares about another. We only care about ourselves. And that's the truth. This man right now is there. Most of the appointments, look at most of the people who are on this ministerial list. They're all from the southwest. Look at everything happening right now. Everybody's from the southwest. The doctor right now is going to see nuisance all over the country. And I do believe that what she's done in Edo State, this will put in fact, they're going to resist it. I can see that you cannot crush the people. This is not one politician speaking against Tinubu's daughter now. This is not one social media influencer speaking right now. The people are rising up against it. So are you going to come to say you want to impose your words against the wish of the people? I'm waiting for what will unfold in days to come, because this will be a beginning. This is going to snowball into the coming election. And I can tell you that Tinubu is not going to win Edo State. Let's see how they're going to rig that. Okpebholo is not coming for second term. Take my word today. Okpebholo is only going to be a one-term governor. I'll stop here for now. Thank you.
All right, Sir Louis, thank you very much for that wonderful submission. God bless you. Abdul Malik, if you're on the backstage, turn on your camera. I don't know why when you leave camera inside darkness like that. I'm waiting to be reminded to turn on your camera. I don't understand that. But meanwhile, I'd like to move on. Thank you very much, Black Panther. Please talk to us, sir. Good evening to you.
My brother. How was your birthday? I hope it all went. Yes, so I know you enjoyed yourself. You forgot us on the screen. Thank God you had a great birthday. That is what we want to hear. And may God continue to bless you. And his blessings is a continuous one. And I want to thank Mommy Diaspora. May God bless you, Mommy. We thank you for what you are doing. We thank you for being our strength. We thank you for all that you have done and your prayer for us. We thank you, Mom. And I also want to thank everyone here. Thank everyone here for, for coming out. Thank the whole entire Nigerians for coming out in diaspora in Nigeria, coming out to, say a blessed word to our brother here that celebrated his birthday. Say, may God also, that which you have prayed upon him, may God also, give it back to you in double force in Jesus' mighty name. And I want to start, Oga Luis, may God bless you. You landed well. Thank you very much. I want to start with the first caller that spoke. I want to take his word. He said, who made Peter Obi go join ADC? He said, I read political and government. Oh, he said, Obi cannot be everywhere. I bought justice Obi. I supported him. You see, these are the rhetoric they played during the election and they deceive us. These are the rhetoric they played. They all deceive us and they went into National Assembly and they now converted to Agbadoism. These are one of the stooge, are one of the people, disciples they send in. They will always speak, oh, Obi do this, Obi, why should Obi go and join ADC? I want to ask him, what is your business to ask such a question when you do not care? Where have you been all these days? You are obedient. You are not supporting Satanism. Then you now come back again and say you are obedient. You see, everybody should be wise. We should sting like a bee and move like a dove. Muhammad Ali said that. We should not give room for dirty talk, for deceptive word in our midst. Because they came in to steal, to thief, to remain. That is their aim and objective. They know how they can carry it out. And that is what they've been sent out to speak, so that we can start bringing out the plan for them to go and reorganize. That is evil. The word they said, you cannot know the heart of a man. You can't know the heart of man. It's only God that knows their heart. But from the abundance of their heart, they speak. And when they speak, you begin to sense something, and that will give you a signal that these people are demonic. You are supporting Obi after acquiring all the knowledge and wisdom Obi has given you, after opening what they are doing in government, after telling you the intelligent program, economic program that they have for your country. After hearing all these things, you decided to go and fall in the pool of this governor called Okpebolo. That is the intelligent, how intelligent you are. Out of all the Edolite that contested, it is Okpebolo that is the best person that you can choose to rule Edo State. You see how intelligent you are? You said you read political. I don't know any course called political. If you read political, you'll be able to differentiate between bad and evil. You'll be able to differentiate intelligent person that is coming in and non-intelligent and illiterate and educated person. But you decide to take the illiterate. That shows how intelligent. That is why you made mention of political. I only know about a program called political, not political as a course to study. Let's go to Mr. Alice. God will bless you. We made mention of one word. Say, I am not a nice person, but a good man. That gown, I don't wear ram. God bless you for reopening that gown again. That is how it's supposed to be. I am not a good person, but I am not a nice person, but I am a good person. I have the intelligence and the wisdom to differentiate between bad and evil. But when I see evil, I will tell you. But when I'm a nice man, I will always tell you everything that is good to you, but I won't tell you it's bad because I'm nice. I don't want to offend you. But I'm not nice, but I'm good. When I see evil, I tell it to your face because the boldness of God is in me. I will tell you whatever you want, the decision you want to take against me, so be it. I don't care. God bless you, Mr. Lewis. You see, Nigeria is not a country. Until we get that into us, we begin to search for what happened and what are we expected to do. Like I said, this game ADC is playing, they will play it. It will nearly choke those that doesn't understand. I cannot open my secret to a man that is that a man that is around like a lion in the wilderness. And whenever he sees anything that possesses a flesh, he takes it on. That is the person you have in Asurok. He looks so quiet, so calm. He's demonic. He stood there and spilled all lies when he was making his speech. Everything he said were all lies. You are an embodiment of criminality. You are telling us not to mention criminality when we see it, that we should start speaking good when we see criminality. Does that tell you about a man that loves a country? Does that tell you? Is that what God or Allah told you to do? That when you see good, you should not say good. When you see evil, you should blindfold your eyes to read. You shouldn't speak that thing is evil about that country. There is a genocide in Nigeria, and nobody is speaking towards that. People want to steal land because of selfish intention, because of the alignment, a new alignment they want to do in the country. Thank God. Thank God a man of God went out to fight from the outside, and the dividend of his fight is being exposed. That was why he made that speech. That was why he said the diaspora should speak good when they see evil. Now, we have to look at our foundation. Is our foundation okay? The answer is that we don't even have a foundation. But we have men that gathered together to take this country under due and under a roundtable discussion with the British colony. And they took it. The question now we should ask, why did they not sit down to write a constitution that will govern us as a black race? They were looking ahead that we need to come together to see a massive amalgamation of a black race so that we can move economically to speak to the rest of Africa so that we can join hands together to form one union. That was what I saw as the purpose for Nigeria to come together. But that purpose was not well arranged, and men took advantage of it, and that is what we are seeing today. Madam Mr. Lewis made mention of one thing, and I've been saying it. The first criteria, you must love your people. You must love your country. That is one thing, one character a man must possess before he goes forth to say, I want to become a governor or a president. Before you become a patriot, you must love the people. You must love your country before you start talking about patriotism. Without love, patriotism cannot rise from you. It is impossible. And out of God, people say Aswe Godalo is very intelligent. That is wrong. And I have to prove it to you all. When Aswe Godalo was asked a question about electricity, what did he tell you? Go and play the tape again. What did he say here? He was making mention of the 419 electric project that was not even a DOS project. That was a private sector project. And but they made us to know. They made the whole world know that that was an Edo project. And what happened to it today? It has fallen down. That was a man that was crooked from a crooked political party. And he spoke lie. That wasn't intelligent. That wasn't a love for his own country. If you love your people, when you see dirty deal, you rather take that dirty deal down and say the truth to your people. He came out and he was spilling lies to us when he was being interviewed. That is not intelligent. That is satanism. Like I told you all, when You join a political party that is embedded in oppressive tendency to oppress the people. You have no option. You bow to oppression and you start using oppression against your people. We need a turnaround. We need a new vision, a new political vision. People that have vision, people that love their country. And a man came here with audacity that, look, I can do this job for the Edo life. This is what is happening. But they refused. They said it was being sponsored. Those are the gimmicks they use when politics come to play. And some came and told us that is the turn of the Esther. You see what the politicians have turned out to be? We are not cherry picking to suit our own selfish intention. That is not unity. That is disunity. I want to go to the Oba, what our Oba has spoken on this issue. I don't know why we are just saying all sort of. Somebody said Oba is one. Our Oba is never disappointed. Our Oba spoke the word. He said, "This thing you are bringing is alien to my kingdom, to the Benin kingdom. The market is attached to the tradition. We cannot separate the market from the tradition of Benin and the history of the Benin kingdom." He said again, he said, look, when you come to do all the thing, you got to look at the people. You got to look at the tradition. It is not a social, it's not a social or political place. They have a traditional right. They come to the palace to do. It is no longer, it is not a social event or what you do. And let me tell every one of you, what the Agbado's daughter is doing is just because she wants to, she's greedy and she wants to make money. All this about money. You cannot force an Edo woman to vote for who he doesn't want to vote for. Edo woman is not like another, they are peculiar people. They are peculiar. You cannot authorize them. It is impossible. Even the democracy you practice is nonsense. Look at what our chief said. He said every market, they are autonomous. They are not subjected to this other market that is in Ubowo. No. They have their own power to execute in their own district. Was that not true federalism? Is that not a true federal system? How can somebody come from local job to come and tell them the way they need to do their structure? That is an aberration, and that is no longer a democracy. That is an autocratic system. To every Edo life, just 10 seconds, to every Edo life, it does not hold water. When the monarch, the one that hold the soil, the one that hold the history, the one that hold the tradition has spoken, there's nothing they can do. All they will use that nonsensical thing they did, they crown somebody. We don't crown, a Yoruba man cannot come and crown anyone in the land of Benin Kingdom. It's impossible. So it is null and void. Let everybody calm nerves. We are the Edos. We are the Benis. We own our kingdom, and our Oba is our God. Thank you.
You said it all. God bless you, my brother. We have to sing it, echo it into their ear. Thank you. All right. Let me move on to Madarita. Madarita, thank you very much, man. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Elvis. Good evening. This is post-birthday. I'm sure you're still basking in your birthday celebrations. My lovely mommy, I'm still your baby girl, that the only one that still loves you. Mr. Lewis, Mr. Black Panther, give us a mandate. Mr. Omashola, it's been a minute. Welcome, sir. Mr. Odua Domosan, my brother Alex.
Is he a turn on my turn?
What do you mean? I was here before you now. Please don't even interrupt my greeting. I'm greeting everybody now. Ejo. Abdul Malik, greetings, and greetings to Johnson Emmanuel, who has refused to come on the panel, Abuazi, and every other lovely person on the comment section, and of course those watching from home. and the colors, whether I read political or the political science. Last time I checked, that's what it's called, political science. Okay, going by the videos that you've played. Okay. Arise TV. I do not appreciate it. I think we've come to the level where the media, the mainstream media in Nigeria, shouldn't use the subject of age to make a political argument at this time. The subject of age, comparing what they call first world countries and the third world countries. Yes, Nigeria is a third world country in the world standard. Or rather, let me put it like my standard. You know, we have gotten to that point where we shouldn't be using age, you know, as a topic. And I'm so happy that it's like as if Rufai was reading my mind. You know, I was so happy Rufai had to like kind of expatiate on that, because what Ayo was saying to me, I think that's comparing Donald Trump, you know, forget about Donald Trump right now. You compare the structural the structural institutions or institutions that work in America, compare it with Nigerian institutions. Not the president power is not so much compared to Nigeria. Let's start from there. You know, so when they bring those arguments, I just like, it's just wasted time for my ears to be listening to that kind of argument. You know, we should talk about, you know, standard of picking political leaders in Nigeria, because Nigeria is a very peculiar nation. It's not like any other country. I don't think so. And you know, it, and I think it's Ruben Abba. No, Rufai said we're not talking about age. We're talking about the age of your ideas. Yes, the age of your ideas. And so far, I would say even from the days of from 1999. Let me start from there. I don't want to go to the military, but if you look back, I think even the likes of IBB had some ideas way better than even what we're having today. Yes, there's some things that IBB would not even dare to change, you know, like calling the International Conference Center IBB name. Yeah, and then this one just came now, did some cosmetic work, some SPV invoice, and called it his name. You know, it's like an obsession. I think this Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, they're so obsessed with power. They're drunken with power. They're obsessed with validation. They're obsessed because they want everybody to eat and swallow, and Tinubu name will be digested in our veins and our organs. It's like an obsession, and it's becoming ridiculous at the end of the day. Like I told you, when I went to Abuja last month or 2 months ago, the whole of Abuja is ugly. Do you know why it's ugly? It is littered with the man from Bodilon and his wife's picture everywhere. Everywhere. You feel like maybe everybody is cloned like them. Seriously. So that desperation for validation, because you're coming to that seat, was illegitimate. So you will forever be seeking legitimacy, and you start to do absurd things. You start to force people. You start to coerce people. You start to buy people. You start to buy cultures. You start to buy even what was normal. You start to buy the abnormal. And you force people to swallow the abnormality. That is where we are. That's the desperation. This is what desperate, you know, when they say desperate times calls for desperate measures. What I met Tinubu and his family, they are taking desperate measures. If you say $100 million is not enough, they will ask you, what is your price? Because that is a drug baron's belief. Every man got a price. Yeah, everybody got a price. So that, and it has been working for him, you know, for so many years. So that's why you can have the likes of Folashade come to Edo State and want to bring Iyaloja that has no, you know, cultural, in fact, it's so, the culture is so parallel that now you are forcing them to join. Like you're having a force. This is what I'm saying. The desperation of validation, the desperation of control. And they go, in fact, they've bought all, in fact, I think they've bought all institutions right now in Nigeria. They have bought even the pressure groups, they have bought them. All of a sudden, Afeni Ferre is quiet. a group that was even so vibrant with Pa Adebanjo, may God rest his soul, in 2023. Now everywhere has gone in ice water. It's frozen in time. They are quiet. I don't want to say, because some people will say, oh, maybe she's been like I said, we cannot be travel blind. It is their brother on the seat. The one that a professor of rice and beans, all of a sudden, okay, they named the National Theatre after his name. He has been quiet. Maybe they're giving him more bags of rice and beans. He has been quiet. Even the OBJ, Obasanjo, I don't know, because Adebanjo was not his sidekick. You know, during 2023, he became Adebanjo's sidekick. Like anywhere Adebanjo goes, he's there, he's talking. You know, but all of a sudden, Baba has been silent, and he talks when he wants to talk. He has been silent. He shouldn't be silent now. He should be talking every single day. At least I would say he has advanced himself. You know, he can use Twitter. He has so many people who can work for him. He should be on it on a daily basis. I'm talking about OBJ Obasanjo. You cannot be quiet. You cannot tell him that when you're on the sick bed, you should be talking. Because Pa Adebanjo, even at his age, I'm sure that his health was dwindling, but he was still traveling. He was still speaking. So, what is the standard? Nigerians, leave all these people, all the political class you just mentioned, leave them now. Nigerians, what is your standard? What is your standard of picking your leaders? What is your standard? Is your standard by how much they put in your pockets? Or is your standard by, is my brother from my tribe? Or is your standard by his educational qualification and his experiences, and then his reputation? Or is your standard by maybe the way the man or the woman looks, they look beautiful? Or is your standard that I just love them, I just like them? Is that your standard for somebody who's going to hold trillions of dollars on your behalf, that's going to make decisions concerning you, your health, your education, your children's education, your future generations? Is that, just pick your standard. Let us start from there first. Because at the end of the day, these people I mentioned, they're Nigerians that picked them. They're Nigerians that still support them. So what is our standard? What is our standard? We should be asking ourselves questions. Sorry, sweetheart, I have no patience for Nigerians who don't have the standard they ought to have. I might sound very harsh, but at this point in time, with the suffering and the destabilization of the Naira, the devaluation, and how the country is destabilized and separated, I don't have time or the patience for your ignorance. What is your standard? What is your standard of picking a political leader? What is your standard of picking a governor? What is your knowledge about politics? It might not be 100%, but at least you should have an idea of the trick so far of what they've been playing us. Like I said, White Elephant projects. What was Obaseki? In fact, let me start at Dr. Shomale's zone, or maybe we start from Lucky self. I've explained it before. Lucky one zone was Lucky Stone. What's the name of that street? The Bronze Street, Eagle Street, Lucky Stone that they call Tito today. The next person was who now? Sarema or Sumbo. I don't know. He put some stone in some. I don't know what. There's a name that they gave him, and then the next one was Adam Shoshomole. Oh, he was doing gutters, and then he was not fighting whether it was federal government road or state road. And then who was next? Gordon Obaseki. Gordon Obaseki's own was Emato, or the one that was cosmetically doing work in the stadium and Biscuit Roads. Who else? Now this one has come now with flyover. I like to say something here, and it's like a warning. I would like to warn people with the utterances you are making with this Iyeki matter and our revered father of the palace, yes, Oba of Benin, because I see some kind of snide comments, trying to cover out and make it seem like, especially from the Obaseki camp. I'm warning you. I'm not telling you. I'm warning you. Stop that nonsense. People like you. In fact, you're not even ready for good government. You're not ready. You are still living in the dark. You are still hanging on to the umbilical cord of Gordon Obaseki's administration. And even the ones in this administration, you people are still, in fact, you are still hanging on to the umbilical cord. You don't want to cut it because you're not known as safe. Let me speak to you. You're not known as safe. You're not known as safe at all. You are still picking sides when these people are friends. When these people are eating money, and some of you are now saying, oh, the Oba of Benin was supporting this governor. So whatever they're doing now with this, like seriously, what's wrong with your brain? I'm warning you guys. Don't even try, because I see some side comments on that. You don't know yourself yet, or in fact, you don't even know what you want yet, because you're so blinded. Like last time I checked, I said any governor that comes to where you are in diaspora and you're hailing them, you are a fool. FOOL in capital letter. That's what you are, because you don't know yourself. When you know that where this person is coming from, they have amassed so much wealth, and the roads are dilapidated, the roads are substandard, and then they just give you guys peanuts, or they put one of your brothers SSA or PA, and all of a sudden he's the best. You guys are just bloody fools, man. Damned idiots. Yes, children of perdition. No, safe. Because I know that when you start speaking to them, then people will rise up, and if you want to argue with me, come to the panel. If you have the balls, if you're a man, or if you have the sense, if you're a woman, and argue with me and tell me that what I'm saying is a lie. Because I know what I'm saying is the truth. You guys need to wake up. Wake up, man. Wake up. Wake up. These people are using you. They are friends. They shop in the same stores. They are friends. They are friends. They don't care about you. They don't give a rat's behind about you. Wake up. It's not about Baseki right now. It's not about Pebolo or Shomale right now. These people are on the same boat. They don't give a rat's behind about you. They don't. And it seems right now with this Iyeki matter, people have now like diverted the main issue of what the man from Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing and his daughter. They diverted the issue now and now bringing Godwin Obaseki into it. I know even now as I'm speaking, some people say she's, in fact, I'm sure if you are new to this channel, if you don't know me now. If you like, you say I'm supporting APC. If you like, you say I'm one-sided, or you can call me a hypocrite. Me, I know I'm not, but I want to put sense in your head. Mr. Officer, I've not even started talking, no. Okay, let me just stop for now. Thank you very much.
Margarita, round up now. Round up 1 minute. Have you done round up?
Okay, round up. There's a question I want to ask Mr. Alex. I think he was here. He said, you said something when you called. You said, this is giving me a rethink of Obaseki. When you were trying to talk about what the Modepebolo agreed. Please, can you expatiate on that? Please, I would like you to wait when you said it's giving me a rethink of Obaseki. Please, I need to understand that. Please, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Mother Rita. God bless you. Thank you. Okay, give us a mandate. Are you there? Okay, you're not there. Mr. Oduwa, please talk to us. Good evening to you. Mr. Oduwa, you're not there?
My God, wash.
Okay. Omashala, please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Good evening, wash.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Been a while.
Can you hear me? It's been long.
Your network is bad, though.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Alex off his mic is. Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Mr. Ale, mute yourself for now. I'll come back to you after.
Okay. Okay, so
Actually, go ahead, sir.
It's been a while. I think I've not been able to. I've not had chance to come to the panel, but I've been listening. For me, I'm going to say some things that will make some people get angry, and it's just the real truth. And it's concerning Peter Obi. If they do that election tomorrow, Obi will win, but they will still give him. What we are playing around now is a replay of 2023 election, and it's obvious. The ancestors that are ruling Nigerians have refused to leave the country for the leaders of tomorrow, according to our president on his speech. Said the leaders of tomorrow are the youth, and the ancestors have refused to let go of the country. And the youth themselves are not also ready. They're watching Big Brother. this is how we will play the politics till 2027, and the same playback of 2023 will happen again. Obi will go up and down, do all the election. It's just a pity. The enemies of Nigerians, the enemy of Nigerians are in government house. They will not let a saint come in there. Obi, there's nothing Obi will do in that party. He's saying now is with them. They are gallivanting with them. They will not give you the tickets. That's the plain truth. It's only a miracle. It's only a miracle. You go into primaries with them and you will win. It is only a miracle. And that miracle, I don't see it anywhere. Because those that are holding Nigerian back are in that party. And Atiku has them by the balls. So how on earth will Obi contest a primary with Atiku? The ancestors. And the majority of the ancestors are in that party. If you go back to Nigerian history, majority of those people in that party have ruled in one capacity or the other. And this is where we are. A man at 65 years old cannot provide common electricity for his family. He's a useless man. If you are a man 65 years old, you have a family, you govern them, you can't provide for them, you can't give them good health, you can't give them good light. They are anguishing, they are crying, and you are saying, open up your mouth to celebrate that you are celebrating independence. It's just a waste of time. Of all these ancestors, of all the ancestors that have ruled this country, they can't pick one thing to do. If it's only light that Nigeria has, we know where we'll be by now. If it's only light. Upa, according to Edo people, Upa. They can't provide common Upa for us. And we are talking about election. Edo governor, jumping into the gutter does not mean you are doing anything. You just moving up and down. I've seen a governor do what you are doing before. He does not need to jump into the gutter. You are jumping the gutter. What are you inspecting there? The man showing the camera, did he show us the kind of concrete that was done? We didn't see how his area is block work, like we saw some time ago when they were using block and plastering it. They are jumping up and down. The people are complaining and you can't listen to them. They've left it for you. It's a pity. I don't really have much to say. It's just that one of the reasons I've been listening to Nigeria Watch, but each time we come here, there's nothing new. The same ancestors we are complaining about. The only thing that will make me happy now is to see Nigerians on the streets. Be bold and don't be lazy. The election you want to do in 2027, there is no magic that Atiku will not win. It's not a cause. It's not a cause. If a man can come out boldly on the internet, on the TV, and lie and say Nigeria is working, things are working, and the people inside they cannot complain, who will betize you? And when he says he's the president, he wins 2027, you come out. When you cannot do anything now, INEC is there doing his own. They will put a new INEC chairman. It's his own, his party government that is ruling us. Left for me to say the truth. There's no hope. There is no hope anywhere until you come out. Election, Nnamdi Kanu said it. Election will not solve our problem. Talk from now to tomorrow. Your president in 2027 is Tinubu. Atiku, all of them it's all a game. They will settle each other at the end of the thing and at the end of the whole thing. Thank you, Nigeria Watch.
All right. Thank you, Amashola. God bless you. You said something that the reason why you have not participated in what is affecting us because there's nothing new. Is the same thing, nothing new. What kind of new thing?
Nigeria Watch, do you know how it pains? do you know how it pains when it is the same story, the same ancestor we're talking about, and then the youth in question, they were shouting off.
Yeah, but I understand. If everybody is waiting for the new thing before we talk, who is going to talk? That's what I'm saying.
I say I praise you. Now you are praise pass. People on the panel. Mr. Black Panther,
the people of Nepal, they woke up to rescue their country.
Which one wake Nigeria now? Which can sleep? Now coma.
Anyway,
is Nigeria in coma? May they wake. I beg.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Problem.
Mr. Alex, please talk to us.
Yes, Mr. Elvis, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Good evening.
Greet you, Mr. Najawash, Mami Diaspora, Koye, Kada. But dear fellow panelists, Madam Rita, I greet you especially, my dear sister. Yes, what I meant by having a rethink is because Obaseki did what he did and he left. So maybe we should have dealt with it differently. Because right now, some people in the political space will be saying, okay, Obaseki did it. You can still do your own. That is what is playing out now. If as Obaseki did it before he left, 2 months or a month, or let's say 3 days before his office expired, maybe traditionally they would have summoned him and dealt with him first as an ordinary person, according to the customs of the land. They find a way to hold him accountable for what he did to the palace. You can't just let somebody do such a thing and the person escapes. And right now he's still on the run. Nothing has been done to him, neither officially by the government or by the royal house. Okpebholo is trying to trade the same path right now, whether we like it or not. That's where he's going. There is no hope. Yes. It will be foolishness for us to talk about elections. It will be engaging in a macabre dance, engaging in the jokes of Kabakaso for us to be talking about elections under the same INEC system. Let's agitate for a peaceful protest. Nepalese, the people of Nepal, they did not want to go into that kind of protest. They started peacefully, which is allowed. They went peacefully. It was as the government was behaving that made them change it for them, and it worked. So I will never advocate for violence. We can, under Jonathan Goodluck, people occupied the streets. People made caskets. People had all sorts of banners. People made monkey caricature. People made sculptures, a lot of things. They had the country to a standstill. So we can do the same thing. You have to start from somewhere. You can't call for violence. It's wrong. So we have to have a peaceful protest that may lead to what we are looking for. So peaceful protest is our right. It's our right. It cannot continue like this. These wicked people who are all in power today were in opposition during the Goodluck administration, and they didn't take it. Wole Soyinka was there, Tunde Bakare was there, Adeboye was there, Tinubu was there, a lot of them, Oshomole, all of them, they were in opposition. Now they are doing times 20 of what PDP did under Goodluck Jonathan. Gentlemen and ladies, let us stop calling for election under this wicked system. It does not mean you are not patriotic. It does not mean you are not fit to talk about the country. It's my land. It's my land. You cannot come to my land and be kidnapping me and be telling me about elections. So let me speak in plain language now. Let me forget about vocabulary. You cannot come to my land and be raping mothers. You tell me about election in 2 years' time. I don't know how that works. Next few months now, they will start rushing different roads to brainwash us again to think there is hope. There is no hope. People are being murdered in Benue. People are being murdered in Plateau, in Borno, everywhere. Apart from Lagos, and in just 1 or 2 more states, Osun State, where Tinubu claim to have come from, even there it still happens. So how do you discuss elections? Where $1.7 billion has been borrowed last 2-3 months, no accountability. Another $6 billion was borrowed, no accountability. A lot of borrowings and the currency is down. A lot of things are happening. Hunger everywhere. So how do you discuss? Isn't it madness to tell me about hope and elections? The only hope we should be talking about now is to hit the streets in a peaceful protest. We don't want elections. We just want a constitutional review or an electoral reform. We cannot engage in that 2023 saga anymore. We can't go to that route. It's wrong. You can't do this now. Tomorrow, now, after they finish doing what they want to do, we'll come back again and start talking. Is that we should be working in that vicious circle? We can't engage in this circuitous angle of trying to have a political participation. No, we can't do this. Every state should boycott election. This is the time we should even sit at home nationwide. Yes, in 2027, sit at home nationwide. If you cannot come out, sit at home. Let everybody, all workers, stay at home for 1 week of that elections. Or come out and demand for electoral reform. Find a way to protest. Find a way. Because I'm tired. If you're not tired, I'm tired. I'm tired. Do you know the price of foodstuff? Every time, look at how they are now they are disrespecting the palace. Who knows what next if they come in 2027, if they rig the election again? They may ask our king, God forbid, to leave that throne. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. That's where they are dancing to, because they are jealous how the OBI has been able to preserve that throne for the past 3,000, 4,000 years. How is it that Benin Kingdom is the envy of all? They are wondering, if you can remember under the past government, they wanted to bring in a Fulani, whatever, to come and crown themselves. We also stopped them. These are signs of crack on the wall now. So must we wait until they want to invade the palace? God forbid, before we now know that we have to set our house in order? That is what they are eyeing from Ibadan down to Sokoto. They are eyeing the palace of the Oba of Benin. They are jealous of even the British were jealous. That's what led to the invasion 1897. Don't we learn from history? We need people in government that knows history and the sanctity of history. That's why I still respect the Esama of Benin, no matter the madness under his son's administration. Yes, they also had their own issue a little bit, but they still knew where to draw the line, being a traditional man. If the Northerners can keep their culture, they can keep their culture of Sharia, they can keep their culture of running home every election time to increase the votes, running home during census, running home during nothing you will tell them now. Election time, they will all run home. Why can't we keep our own values? Why are we bringing idiots into political office? Because of our stomach infrastructure, because we want to buy houses in UK and Denmark and Europe and Dubai. Why the greed? These both shiftings of the both parties, they have to sit down and amend their constitutions to allow young, vibrant people to come in, people with good history. So Nigeria Ogbewolo government may not last 2 years. Trust me. If they continue like this, Benin will take to the streets pretty soon. I know how we behave, and it will spread to Delta State and maybe Port Harcourt and to the rest of the country. We cannot take this insecurity and the disrespect of the palace. We can't take the massive broad daylight corruption by Ogbewolo's government. A governor that works in. Thank you, Mr. Elvis.
My brother, thank you. Do you know that they're already accusing me of being paid to be tackling Ogbewolo?
Those ones are not ready. Not ready.
To attack Obaseki.
Yes. What do you expect them to see? What do you expect? People that don't want good for themselves.
Somebody reached out to me saying that Nigeria was the money where they pay you go so finish. Maybe with Ogbewolo not do you anything, they attack them every day. Just imagine the mentality we have in Nigeria. God, you don't look me as me you're big so. Say you're satanic Ogbewolo or satanic, I don't know whoever it is. Will not give me money, I'll not come on there and shout Ogbewolo.
They are shameless. If these people actually want to work, if a governor truly want to work, don't pay anybody to go to social media and be hype you. Don't do those things. You just focus on
Alex. Whenever they are talking, always switch off your mic. It's distorting the channel.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to ask a question. Mr. Ebisa,
yes, sir.
Right now, yes, Sorry for that. We are lucky to have senior advocate Michael Zekume. God has kept him alive at this time. He came from Edo State. I don't know if we can reach out to him. We are tired. The younger ones are looking up to people like that. I say he has done his best. He has done a lot. We need to hear from him about the situation of Edo State. We need to hear from him. Culturally, he's one of the emissaries of the palace, one of the intellectuals of the land, one of the intellectual property we have in this land. We have to hear from him. We need to hear from him. Thank you. Maybe from your platform, yeah, is what I mean.
Okay, I'll reach out to him. Thank you very much. I was shocked, although somebody also attacked me. That was sometime last week, but today another person reached out to me that the money where they pay me never finish. See the way, because I believe it was because of the 2 videos I posted back to back today. But I want to let you guys understand that una not rich, we go pay someone like me. If nobody praise me, I'll praise myself. I be big fish, no. Yes, I be big fish. I tell you. Not be bragging, but reality. I too big past those rubbish. Now, not see people who not they pay. Look at all the front runners in those states who not they pay now. You'll see many of them are still poor. Yeah, they are still poor. Both the one way they are abroad, though, if they're anywhere, go find out they are still poor. So what are you talking about? I don't want to swear for now. You can't pay me, I can't come here, I can't they shout for one rubbish. How much will they pay? They don't say they're giving a 5 million the other day. I be like person will become idiots. Come on air, can't they talk because of una stupid backward 5 million naira? How can't they lie to my wonderful supporters here? That's why we are not going anywhere in Nigeria, because a lot of youth are easily get carried away with these things. Any amount we give them. They're not saying that 1 million they take top there the other day. Recently now they don't top all those social media influencers 1 million naira. May they put fire. In case you not see them for comment section, my people, more than they tackle the well, they pay them. More if they all talk otherwise. In fact, before I block them on earth and the heaven, tackle them. If you want you breaking the rules of the platform, break them. You apologize, we'll take them back later. Because don't give these people room. Because of 1 million, they will prefer thousands of Nigerians to die just because of 1 million naira they gave to them. And for my states, I don't know how much they give una. Wall of una, you can become like cold water. See how quiet they are. Useless, shameless people. In my state, in Edo State. See how quiet they are. How good. Now, wow. People who they respect before, all of them got quiet. You couldn't see. Wait, how much they give you now? May your wife take cook pot of soup for you. So, how much? How much they give you now? They give you now 5 million naira. If your wife cook pot of soup, how many times you pay your year's children's school fees 2 times? The money never finish. Whether other children die, it not concern you because of the decision you took. In case you are not aware, I've said this so many times. If you are one of the people taking money from politicians to do the wrong thing, don't be blaming the terrorists alone. You are part of the people buying people in Nigeria. It's just like courtesan is going on in my state. The other day, I heard that some people in abroad are sending them money. Maybe they buy tools and weapons. Maybe they fight each other. And there was this place I was talking. I said, yes, you are part. You have blood in your hands. Somebody said me, send that money, say fight, they grant. You send that money, you are part of, your hand is full of blood. And that is what you are doing when you are collecting money from these people. Since you say your hand, I know that they talking for English. Mr. Odua, how do you say it in English? You are my interpreter when it comes to Edo.
Obogbo is a lazy fellow now. I don't
exactly. And yes, I don't hand. Since una say una no go fit work, una now in fact the money will belong to Nigeria. Now all of now until they leave, they go. Now so God go they punish una children, punish una generation. They go. You have the cause to say they don't pay me my they attack. But who that person? Normally, who they pay person?
Mr.
Not
Elvis.
Yes, sir.
Do you even know that Okpebholo's government is one of the most difficult to defend? If you want to know, go and check when you see he's one of those people working for him defending him on television. They are so confused. I'm telling you, because they don't even know what to defend him with.
Oh, but they try. Oh, people not going to defend Tinubu government tomorrow.
no, Tinubu
they are shameless.
Tinubu is still in a way one can still look for things to put together regarding the economy. Okpebholo's own is too obvious. When they are defending it,
these people, they are shameless, Baba.
Naija watch. Just look at Abia State when the man got to power. Everybody want to see what they do. When he just got to power, the second month he started job. Look at the output of his handwork. The state money where he use. See as he use them. Everybody see him. In first month.
How can your riffraffs, your tout, Agbiru, satanic individuals saying that governor wey dey inside gutter? If they mock you, say they hype you. When I don't see governor wey dey inside gutter before, God. Just imagine I'm a governor, then I not have those kind of touts in my
database. No blame that guy. Now in level of education, I can talk like that too.
But what about the best way they talk follow way say the government?
Now the same Ogavis, and they always talk say people really knows, are the ones that don't enter the classrooms.
Oh, wow.
Those Agbiru boys, they enter class. When would they do exam, they write a test, do everything. Now they do their assignment.
That is why they don't want to give Nigeria standard. That's why they don't want to give us standard.
I mean, all the governors everywhere, every politicians.
Let's hear from Mr. Oduwa. Now, do well, my people. Mr. Oduwa, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, sir. Mr. Oduwa, you won't join me yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday. I expected you would be here.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! I sent my birthday gift when I go to work. I was really tired because at times our work is stressful.
That your voice. Thank you, sir. Yeah, go ahead. God bless you, sir.
Siwo. So that is good evening, everyone in the panel. Good evening, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you, ma. Alex, Ekoyo is Keo ye Urwesi. Urwesi Esenuru Oyeveni Numeru Oyesegiwa Watoa Bose Watoni Maga Keo ye. Wadomo anyway. Good evening, commenters, listeners, and viewers, and the passerby. Well, I will not step down according to Atiku for anybody. And Peter Obi will not subscribe to those money candidates buying. Anyway, we are here to see what will play out. And those who said, why Peter Obi joined the ADC is a party that can welcome anybody. And those who will say in the Labour Party, is Peter Obi supposed to settle it? Please, you will have still helped to settle the Labour Party. Whoever they are able to settle the Labour Party, it doesn't matter. What matters is let the settlement be there. So any other party is there and Peter Obi can enter. And I thank God I heard that they said they registered another 14 party the other day. I don't really know, but they said Mahmoud will register 14 party before he go to leave or suspension that Tinubu gave to him. I'm still waiting to hear the names of those parties, but anyway, I haven't seen. So there is hope and there is time for Peter Obi to show us the party we're wrong with. So that is not a problem. And those are Papa or whatever they call them that are claiming Labour Party, claiming some factions or whatever. When it gets to that time, we will know who owns Labour Party. That is it. Well, let me talk on because this thing pains me. Don't go be a worry, be a water. And when this thing has become too much, according to a dope language, they said Bogafugbe iku in which meaning when the gods are too quiet, then there we grew up a grass in the place of worship. So when you say now we're there, according to what do they call whether Fola Shade or Fodan Shade Ojo Tinubu, it has become a time that we, the Edos, who claim to be Jojo and to be Wowo, to tell Fola Shade that she and Tinubu, the father, never hold Nigeria. Nigeria did not belong to any of them. No, Edo State or Edo Market belong to Fola Shade because she doesn't have that right. Before Nigeria was born to become a country, the market has been there in Edo State, in a Benin traditions and a Benin Empire. The market has been existing and it has rules and ways of managing it. So not one stupid, irrelevant, or nonsensical because she claimed to be the daughter of president. Are you the first person to be the daughter of president? That we just come to the land I said is inaugurating person, cramming. If this woman, whether they call her pastor or whatever, is she the first person? Even if they choose her to be a market leader, is she the first person that have been market leader? Have they ever called anybody from Abuja or from anywhere to come and be cramming them to be the market? Is it not the market people who select who will be their leader and they perform their duty right? Then he has to assume the office of the market known as Yeki. So what kind of language is it called Ijaloja? Is it Ijaloja Edo word? Is it a San word? Is it on one word? Is it a Koko Edo? Is it a Gbanke? Or what language is that? With their stupid mentality, with a Tinubu daughter stupid mentality, that they think they can grab everything. If they drag Lagos and grab everything, it is my time for the Edo people. Let me tell you, you people should take this Fola Shade picture and go and drop it at Itokan. You turn our head upside down, drop it at Itokan. Use red pepper to tie it and turn it at Itokan. When things have become too much, if we said we should quiet, if we decide to say let everybody quiet, it's not the one that the antelope will come and be dancing in the garden of the elders. Who did she think she are? The market women should, by now, I expect them to put one slippers on their leg and tell her what she will become. No, you have to turn to Iwewe, big bottle Iwewe. I'm really getting up, it's really get up my neck. Oswa, because she have not fall into troubles. That is why she's trying to, that is why she think if the Yorubas or the Lagos people, they just look at that stupidity that overriding them in Lagos, that is how she thinks she can come here. The market women, are you people sleeping? You tell her what she will become. Okay, Rumoy, she turned to the bed called Rumoy. He has to from trouble to trouble. Of him, no vein of him, no keke no vame, no keke me boya to ligbe. Oh my, she's stupid. Ikwe do wa mwe be wa ya wa no we are bebu. Because I really get tired of all this nonsense. All this nonsense, he has to stop. And as many of them who even attend that garden, let all of them begin to bush out dirty animals. Because who bush out dirty animal can never scratch the place that is inching him or her. Because if we say, let us quiet, it is not the one that everybody will just come and take us for a fool or take us for a ride. Because even you came to the palace told you that this is alien to us. It's alien to us. We don't have such, and we can never practice such. Then you were not afraid. You said because you people think money is not everything, or you people think okay, the palace, it doesn't matter. You don't have nonsense right over us. We are independent. Once the palace, if the palace were the one who give you go ahead, it will be able to play. We don't know the government of what do people call government. We don't see it as anything. If people did not understand, a moment that palace speak, that is our government. And that is why today, you see, a moment the palace say, do this insecurity that we are talking about, if this palace said, everybody, let it be a stop, you did think that the governor or the president, even the soldiers, let them shoot from morning to evening, they will be wasting their bullets. I'm not lying. It's just alligator pepper and one leaf. Since morning, we be wasting that is bullets. So, Edo people, you people should tell Fola Shade, Ojo, whatever they call her name, what she will become. Thank you, Mr. Najawas.
Mr. Ojua, you don't vessel. When I they understand Benin language, when I miss.
Oba Tope.
He said,
then go take their hand, carry wahala.
that area. You finish work for that area, Mr. Odoa. Thank you. Thank you. Now, so try they try as they hit, they make the hit of Pebble as well. Because na back them for a back. All right. I'd like us to move on. Everyone on the panel have given their submission. Okay, Abdul Malik. Abdul Malik, please talk to us, sir. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Niger Watch.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody in the panel. Good evening, Nigeria. Forest for the late birthday witch. Happy birthday to you. Long life and more prosperity. But yesterday, I wish you on the comment section. Yeah, did not come up. Yes.
I saw it.
I wish
Thank
you
you,
yesterday. Yeah, all the same. More life, more long life, and more prosperity. You see, there is something I want to say here. According to the topic, it's like Nigeria has become a country where corruption is like is in their DNA. Now we are talking about primary, which is ADC primary election, right? But now people are opening that there must be a dollarization. Imagine what type of country is that? Okay, why can't they do it free and fair? But people now just have in mind that there must be bribing and to buy the primary. That is the reason why you see the country is not moving. People that are capable to be that position, they are not willing to be there just because of the corruption. Okay, if they're doing a free and fair, it may be it will get to the person that is supposed to be there. Yes. But now everybody have in mind that there must be dollar, there must be dollar, there must be dollarization. How can? What type of country are we living? We have a very long way to go. And Atiku is old. Apart from old, you need to step down for the younger ones. It's only Nigeria. Imagine it is something. You cannot compare Nigeria and US. Yeah, you can't compare the economy is very big differ. It's different. It's not the same. Let this man step down. You see European country here. You see almost which is Macron. How old is Macron old? Is it not 40-something years? It's only Nigeria and Nigeria they copy America, but it's different. You see different something. It's not this America. The democracy is working there, but Nigeria democracy is not working. They don't do something right. I think we need to step down for the younger ones. What is he looking for? How long? Can't you step down and be the head? Just to take care of people. You are old already. It's on 80 years. It's old. Yes. When you die now, what are you going to tell God? You are fighting for position to do what? And you have everything. What are you still looking for? We have a long way to go. You see, this Edo State issue, I come to them. They want to impose Tinubu's daughter to market women in Edo State. In the first place, how did they come up with that reasoning, with that idea? Where you are not from? You are not from that place, right? Okay, how can you go and aid people there? How? Who does that? You are not from that place, Bini. How can you went to you from west to go and help people in the market women? In the first place, who bring the idea, self? It's not normal, it's abnormal something. Yeah, this is what we get. Tinubu said it before. We give Edo State to APC. Almost what is happening today in Edo State, Tinubu is the cause. 90% of why Okporo is the governor in Edo State is because of Tinubu. He's the one that did it, yes. How can you go and help somebody that you are not from there? You don't know anything. You don't know their tradition. You don't know what is going on there. And the government, I don't understand what they are doing. It looks somehow. Even somebody, if you are learning, if you hear the issue said, it's not normal something. No, it's not normal. Where you are not from, you want to go and help somebody there. Or what do you know about there? You don't know anything, their tradition, everything, what is going on there. Okay, how can you govern there? How can you operate there? You cannot. It's what we are getting today in Nigeria. What is not happened before for a long time is happening now. What happened in River State? It have never been happened before, right? But currently today, what we are seeing in Nigeria today is abnormal something. But see, people are still looking, watching. There is no action. There is nothing happening. You see, Okporo say we give a 2.5 million vote to Tinubu. Do you think it's telling you that we ring the election? That is telling you ahead that we ring a state election to Tinubu. That is what it's telling you, it's giving you sign. And people are still looking. There is no action. There is no school in Edo State. There is no road, nothing in Edo State. All these districts, all the region, the money they are allocated to there every month. What are they doing with the billions? 12 internal and external revenue, 10 billion to 12 to 16 billion. What are they doing with the money? No road, no school, no light, nothing. All the school, they are their school. And people, the citizens, I blame themselves. Bribing and corruption, everybody is corrupt. When they give you small thing, you will keep your mouth. Look at that guy they arrest someone, the vice governor, the brother, they arrest how many days back. Now he changed his mind, right? You see? And majority of that is how they behave. That's why the country is not moving forward. And that money they give to you, how long are you going to use that money? How long? Can't you learn? That money, before you know it finish, you start from the scratch. Why can't you fight for your generation, your grand generation, that they give you peanut to eat? You cannot die for hungry, it will just affect you. That is it. If you know that, you will know. But they give you peanut. Look at the people you see they give all those social media, they give you 1 million, 5 million. How are you going to use 5 million? How many days? How many weeks or how many months? Before a year finish, next year you are looking for another money. Okay, why can't you stand for the right thing? That country, before it will move forward, it will be very difficult unless everybody will just sit down and change his mind. Without that, there is nothing will move. Yes, I'm telling you, there's nothing will go through in that country. Because most of people, their mentality are the same. They are going the same direction. Unless we change that mentality before anything will go on. Because before you know, if they bribe you, you will quit quiet, you don't talk anymore. Okay, how others are they going to survive? You see, that is the problem we have. Like that man and everybody come out so that they should release it, but now he changed his mind. He disappoint the people. Ah, man, country. Thank you very much, Mr. Ivis.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Abdul Malik. God bless you. I appreciate you. Everyone have given their submission. I'd like us to have a final submission so we can round up. Thank you very much.
Where you want go now? Make I give my own. Oh.
You don't come. We don't call you tired since now, my brother. Okay.
You don't wake up. You don't wake up.
Well, thank you very much. That's practice you. Thank you, panelists. Once again, happy celebration yesterday. God protect and provide for you and your family. God strengthen you more and release more of His grace upon you in Jesus' name. Thank you very much for all that you do. Well, mine is going to be a kind of question. I think on this Edo State Deputy Governor's brother, if you guys can still hear me, the last time we're talking here, I was saying that these guys are just playing on the intelligence of Nigerians. And people are like, oh, no. The guy truly, maybe in their family, maybe his brother is the one that will first become deputy governor. They may not even see that kind of opportunity again in the entire race. Now you now believe that a brother will be fighting against his own brother when they know that everything in the country now is just a cash and carry. This one do his own, that one do his own. People are not just opening their eyes to the reality of the issues on ground. There was no way that guy could have fought against his brother. There was no way he could. You look at people. You look at their character. Look at their antecedent. Look at what they stand for, before you can come to that conclusion. At least today now he has come out and begin to say that Edo is shining. Edo is shining, of course. Edo is shining because the governor is a failure. Edo is shining because the governor is a lunatic. Edo is shining because the governor is smelling. Edo is shining because the governor is a rigged governor. Edo is shining because the governor does not know how to even, he does not even know how to read figure. So Edo is shining and he is smelling. At least he walks in a gutter, a dry gutter. If you truly care about Edo State, why not go and wear was flood? Why not come out and begin to dance in that flood? You begin to dance Makaba dance if that's how much you love Edo State or Pebolo. If that's how much you love Edo State, when there was flood, when the whole place was messy and still in a bad shape, why not go and dance in those dirty waters? And now you are walking in a dry tunnel. Now, what I also say here is that, if possible, that guy that is saying that the governor is working, maybe people can look for that guy, look for him, bring his face to social media, ping his family, put them together. That's how you can shame these shameless human beings. Because that guy knows that Edo is in trouble. He knows that people are being kidnapped, they're being killed every day in Edo State, and the governor went to give 62 billion to them in the north. Mothers are being raped in their farms, people are being fired in their farms, people are being taken away in Edo State every day. And that lunatic was following the governor, shouting, Edo is shining, sleeping governor, lazy governor. Bring him out, put his face on social media, let his family see him, disgrace his family. If you start doing that, then this guy will understand what is really plaguing the nation. Because that's wickedness. But what I will not do, because I mean he's been paid some money, obviously. He's been paid. And that's what you get from them. And so on the issue of the Iyeki matter, for me, this is what you get when you allow some miscreants to get to the office of power. This is what you get when you allow miscreants, people without any vision or ambition, to get to power. Now, before the election, they said this guy, he cares for Edo State. You understand the tradition of Edo State? Has he not sold you now? Sold you for cheap to who? A criminal drug baron. The man is 70 and his daughter is 64 years old. That means Tinubu has been knocking, or he was married when he was 10 years old. Because Yoruba has his own culture. Every tribe has their own culture. Why must you venture into other people's culture? Because of your criminality. Where was she when Buhari was the president? She was there. They said she was Yalaja of Lagos State. All of a sudden now she's Yalaja of Nigeria, and she wants to go and mess with people's tradition. All because you have a governor that has been sold, and he has told you again he will give the criminal drug baron 2.5 million votes. Are these human beings that you now see a miscreant shouting Edo is shining? When you know what you are in Edo State. You carry your camera, you carry your video, you were following him. Is that how a state? Is that how a state should operate? Is that how a state should function? There is no hospital. The roads are bad, and you are shouting. All Edo, like, look, that young man that is shouting after the government. Look for him. Bring his face to social media. Ping his family. Maybe you will now understand the reality of the matter. Destroy everything, and then you are doing all of this nonsense. Now you are selling your own tradition because of what you will eat and what you will drink. Is that how much you care for young people? But you know what? It's Esther agenda. We were here shouting. I'm not from Edo State, but I care about every state in Edo State. We are here shouting, only me there, akpata, and some people come and tell you here, Obaseki, he put that fiber optic cable, he did this, he did that. Where is it today? Mr. Alex, I bet you, I beg you, take back that word of saying that we have to rethink. Rethink what? Rethink about a criminal too? Rather to change who you are, rather to change. You cannot rethink. So you tell me that you are rethinking about Buhari. You cannot rethink about any Obaseki. You have not done anything wrong. Stand on your conscience. Obaseki is a failure. He's a failure. It was only sad. I didn't have the address of where he came in, when he came to Dallas. I would have shamed him. He was so sad. So nothing to rethink. These guys are criminals. They are all together in cahoots. So nothing to rethink. Don't allow them to check who you are. You are a man that stands tall. You cannot rethink Obaseki is still running away after he destroyed those states. You were here telling us about the 200 billion or 30 million water some projects. So
all right.
Say he will put Oshomole. Has he done it? So nothing to rethink, my brother. Don't rethink anything. Obaseki, Okpewolo, Oshomole, they are all criminals, and they should end up in jail. Thank you, sir.
Oh wow, that's a wonderful submission, my brother. Give us a mandate. Thank you very much. Let's have our final submission. This final submission is just going to be 2 minutes. You know, Madam Rita, are you still there with us? Please help me to manage our 2 minutes, please, if you are still there. If you are
I'm
not
here,
there.
sir.
Oh,
You give us a birthday present. Now make a 3 or 4 minutes. Oh,
People
God,
should
you
allow
give me a
Mr. Elvis to
present.
go and rest now. Let him go and rest.
All right. Okay, for 4 minutes. For 4 minutes is fine.
What is no?
Give
No,
us,
it's 3
yes.
minutes.
No,
Okay,
Madam Rita, I beg. I beg, Madam
You
Rita.
have to
Madam Rita.
consider.
No,
Madam Rita, we know
the
they
rest of
consider
us for 4
anything.
minutes.
Then my God, the way you are
Now
attacking
you
me, I don't understand.
spokesperson.
Hello. Madam Rita has been given the power. Please, just leave
You
Thank
her.
know
you
the
very
power. You
much,
don't
sir.
talk something. You don't talk something. Let us obey you
Black
first
Panther,
before
I've
you
been
take
given the
power.
power, and then if he
You
gives
are
us
not
3
giving
minutes,
any power. It's
I
4
will give
minutes.
you 1
Madarita, 2
minute.
minutes.
You
The
are not giving
rest
any power.
for 4 minutes.
Thank you, Mr.
Now,
Odua, for your
now,
suggestion.
Make una beg Madarita. Not the
I know
raise
they
vote.
Show
beg.
me.
I go use 4 minutes. I know
You
they
know what,
beg. She not be solicitor. She
Black
so
Panther, you are
soliciting.
Madam,
behaving
wait,
like a last
you know,
born.
say him
Please,
be him
can you
be
just
See,
be
tone it
advocate.
Margarita,
down?
Allow
Margarita.
him.
When you are in a
Allow him.
forum,
He's
you don't beg for
Agbeni, so allow him.
anybody. Ah, every time you go to pick
I've
for
told you guys
Nigerian watch.
I don't have patience
Na
for
pampers you dey
any
wear.
sort of
Allow him.
recalcitrancy.
He's Agbeni,
So
so
please,
allow him. Allow him.
it's Mr. Elvis, is it 3 or 4 minutes? I think I heard 4 minutes as a gift. I don't know why somebody who's celebrating birthday be giving gifts. It's supposed to be the other way around. The people who are asking him for extra time should be giving him the gifts. Please like this program, my people.
That is Agbeni.
See, that is a blessing to us.
Black Panther, please, you have 4 minutes. Final submission.
Now you are talking. Thank you very much. To everybody, God bless every one of us. And we are here to speak truth to everything. Don't open that thing as you open it to destructing the channel. I mean, the thing is somehow destructive. Like I said here, I want to come straight to what I said about 2 or 3 months ago, and he's still playing his mark. It's a case that we studied. Agbado is trying to go according to plan of taking the Niger Delta zone to complement the vote that is coming from the West. Because he knows that the divided vote is coming from the North. And he might have a small chunk of it, but not the majority chunk. This is a battle of survival for him, because he's going to be made a one-time president, and they are bent on doing it from the North. Because the card is into their hand. The card of robbing electorate is in their hand. The North. I know when the 3K state write their results, sir. Yeah.
Black Panther.
Yes,
Let
sir.
me even ask you: is he this kind of person? If he was in a good society, wouldn't he have impeached him already?
Please, there's no interruptions. Please, people, no interrupt, because you're taking his 4 minutes. This is final submission. No interruptions, please. Thank you. Right on, Mr. Black
If
Panther.
it were in a good society, thank you. If it were in a good society, he wouldn't have been qualified to be a candidate. Now, the daughter is playing 2 cards, and those cards are helping him, because Edo State is very strong for him to really break through. Actually, that is why I see the governor is always putting that logo up, 2.5 million votes, just to make him be on the good book. But they are not going to get that vote. That is why his daughter has to come in, and the daughter is not even doing it very well, because that portion of it cannot play the ball, because the Edo women are not women that you can play chicken out, or you can use your autocratic tendency, because they are all loyal and subject of the Oba. Now, if he manage to get 1 million votes, that might be their card, because they know they cannot get 2.5 million votes. It's not possible. You cannot read the Edo State finish. Even the governor in his own domain, he no go fit get 500,000, because the way the things are going on now, people are quiet.
40 seconds.
People look quiet, but they are hungry. And this card that they are playing, they are not playing because they want to be the head of market. They are playing, like I said it's political, and that political map that we have seen, that they are using the Niger Delta vote to complement the West, so that they can have a chunk from the North. They have done River State, they are coming to Edo State, they have finished with Calabar and the rest. they've not really touched Bayelsa because Bayelsa is giving them a problem. But to break through Bayelsa, they just need to pump money there and they'll get it. So my people, let us be wise.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Black Panther. The next person is Mr. Odua. You have 4 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Let me correct Black Panther. Don't say they are not trying to make it market. That is the purpose. She came to inaugurate market woman as all the market to subject to Folashade. She said it. That is why the palace has, what is the meaning of Ijaloja? They now say market general. So don't put that this thing to try to correct what is person said. No. And this is why I said they should take drastic action on her. Even if she wanted politics, that is not her politics. Did you know watch a video that a market woman have said that she requested they will be bringing 1.5 million? If
Yes, I know, you are right, you are right.
So if you know that, you don't say they
No. Black Panther, no interruptions.
She wants to subject our market to under her control.
Don't interrupt, please. Thank you.
She wants to subject our market to under her control. As her father is a president, then she is not automatically assuming herself to become a president, a useless positions that nobody she cannot account for. Nobody acquaint her of any position which she's trying to assume herself. And that I said they should pour pepper on her body. They should put her and burn her in with the pepper so that she will know that Edo is not Lagos.
Mr. Odua, please, we do not this program. You shouldn't be telling people, how to attack somebody on this program. Please, you have to
they are not attacking her because she
came. No. You are being
she came to attack us. Madam, she take us for a fool.
Oh my goodness. Can you listen to me,
with the Edo for a fool.
Mr. Odua,
that is why with the Edo we let her know that she cannot ride on us.
Mr. Odua, I would not allow you speak until you listen to me and you take it back. You are suggesting them putting harm on this woman. And I'm saying in this program, Nigeria Watch, you would not use this media to propagate such things. So that's why you should take it back. You can do it in your own private chat or your own private channel. So please take back that statement.
I did not suggest anybody. We are Edos and we will deal with her.
Your statements were suggestive about Pepe, so please take it back. This is your own opinion, but we don't say such things here. You know the rules now. You know it. You know the rules, sir. So please go ahead, but we're taking that back. This is not Nigeria Watch that is telling people to do it. Mr. Odua, do it in your own private.
It's not Nigeria Watch. It's not Nigeria Watch. I Efosa Oduware, the son of Edo.
Don't incite harm on people, sir. It is not allowed there.
Madam, I did not incite harm on people. A person wants to cut off my head. A person who did not regard me, who thought because her father is now president, she now have right over what is not existent.
Mr. Odua, your statement is incisive. In case you don't know, I'm telling you now. You can go ahead, but you know the rules. Thank you. I'm giving you 2 minutes extra.
So, for those who said Okpebulu enter gutter, well, for me, it seems the fraud that passed through the gutter, even if it is inspecting, it is not him that starts inspecting whether he passed gutter. Ogbemudia, Abrusali have done the one more than this one, whether I gutter or not gutter. Has he even cut wood in sawmill? Has he do anything that people will? We have the governors who have done more than that, who went to site, who made sure that site supposed to be the way it's supposed. So nobody should come and have fake workers and think if Okpebulu is really working, nobody will be shouting is entering gutter. No governor have done this. That person who said no governor have done that, he should ask Okpebulu himself so that they should tell him the history of Midwest and Bende State so that we know that in that time, they were good people who have sense to work for the land. If not, he will have not seen all those roads or this area called Ring Road for him to know that there are even good facilities here. Because it was people who led the land before, not this fake and stupidity politicians we now have, who we claim they are educated, but their education cannot do anything good in the land. So all of them should go and ask questions. And people should be telling them that it is not, these governors, they are not even do anything to be compared to anything that good in our land. We have street light before, we have water, we have light. It was governors who make those things to exist in our land. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Alex, you have 4 minutes if you're there. Okay, Mr. Alex is not there. Okay, Mr. Alex, okay. You have 4 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you, our moderator. Thank you so much. For me, the Tinubu family actually they are taking the whole country for a ride. These old Skyamaki need to be checked by the Edo people. Because right now, it's not about democracy anymore. It's like an invasion. So we must stand up and speak up. And the Edo people need to take to the street on a peaceful protest. Very important. We should stand by our women, our mothers. Nobody on this platform that has not benefited from the market system of Edo State. So we will not leave it to our mothers alone. Hence, we are on this platform, and we also have to be on ground if we find ourselves in the country. So, and do they have Iyaloja of the market in Kano State installed by Tinubu's daughter? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have. Do they have in Sokoto? In Sabogiri market? Do they have in Abuja, where the father is the president, the seat of the president? Do they have Iyaloja? So what is this, the socio-cultural sea finish? Where is it coming from? What is going on? Has anybody sold our values to the president, to the Tinubu's family? Man, it's mind-boggling. It's disturbing. It's disturbing. It's really disturbing. From the dilapidated roads to the disgrace of a governor we have, in terms of articulation, in terms of his charisma and his disposition and his idiosyncrasy. It's in all ramification. We cannot have intellectuals and have this happening to us. Shomole, who is a product of primary school certificate saga, hence the Ministry of Education was burned down when he was being investigated by the Ariave's government election crisis. The late Oba Benin, may so rest in peace, Oba Irijawa has to intervene for General Ariave to drop the case. Shomole has no primary cis, according to those who were after him those days, allegedly. So Shomole is the one that brings these people. He brought Obaseki, he later called him a criminal, now he has brought another person again. We need to wake up in Edo State. We cannot have people who cannot even address a United Nations conference as a governor in Edo State. We cannot have people who cannot address African Union as a governor in Edo State. People who have no common knowledge of history of Edo State. If you don't know your history, you don't know where you're coming from, according to Bob Marley. So we need to really go back to our cocoon, our political cocoon, so that we can maroon about how we're going to forge ahead in Edo State against the political dinosaurs of Ize Yamu, Oshomole, Lawrence Oka, all these old politicians, Lucky Benedion, Tommy Kimi, all of them, all name them. We need to stand up. The Gen Zs need to join us. We need to stand up. We need to sit down and think. They are coming. Ojukwu told Awolowo, say, sir, the Malams are coming now. I'm telling everybody, the Yorubas are coming. They are coming. 3 years, another 2-3 years is a long time. We cannot allow them continue this. We must engage the streets immediately to register our grievances. We must say Kabutu regimental to these neo-colonial tendencies of the Tinubu's family. We can't allow it. We can't allow it. We can't allow it. It's an aberration, a cultural aberration. Do we have Iyeki in any of the Yoruba states? Do we have Iyeki, a Benin woman leading Kanu markets, Sokoto markets, Zamfara markets? So what's this unnecessary provocation for? Why the cultural provocation? Do they really want to see the stuff we are made up of? We may be just reduced to one state, but we are not really one state. We turned away the British. They had to go and reinforce with the European forces. They came with the NATO forces. They came with the other European country to invade in 1897. They came at first as British. They were defeated. The grave of Captain Phillips is in the Kawan Road. They should not dare the Benin's. They should not dare the Edos. I know they are listening. Babylon should be taught history. His cabinet, his commissioners, his town criers, his sycophants should be taught history. The woman, Pastor Josephine, should vacate Edo State immediately, with immediate effects. She has become a threat to the peace and tranquility of our market women.
Thank you, Mr.
This logo mark here, I leave it here with our logo Apache, Madam Rita. Thank you. As for, please give me 10 seconds to reply.
Go ahead.
Give us a mandate. I wasn't missing Obaseki. I was only talking about not having consequences to deal with this guy. He could have served as a deterrent for the incoming governor, like somebody who has no secondary school or university education or natural wisdom, like the present governor of Edo State, Ogbebolo. If Obaseki was dealt with culturally without escaping, this nonsense will not be happening.
Mr. Alex West, thank you very much. Well, I don't know how you can deal with somebody culturally that escaped. I don't know. To date, we have a governor who ran away. So who are we going to?
Can I answer you?
Yes, answer me.
You cannot disrespect the emir of Kano as a governor and run away. It cannot happen.
And that's what I'm calling the ones that is going to see in diaspora now to get relevance. I call them fools because that's what they are. Thank you very much. And the next one is Mr. Malik, Abdul Malik. You have 4 minutes, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Mrs. Rita.
Just call me Rita, please. Forget the titles.
Okay, good evening, Rita. You see, as I said before, to impose somebody that is not from that place to market women, it look insulting and embarrassing. I see, even to bring the idea itself, how come to bring the idea at all? The idea, where are you? You are not from. You want to go and help people there, to go and help people there. How? It looks so hard. The women, market women in Benin, they should stand up and do something because they should not allow that, understand? They shouldn't. It's not normal something. You should go to where you're from and go and help there. It's not to go and impose somebody's house. No, it's somehow. That is the reason all those people that betray, those people that in community, they used to betray people. This is what we are getting from those people. If you take a look at some part of the women, few of the women, they collect money from those people. Imagine. It's very hard for some, but just like according to what you said, like not a part. Hardly before you see not a man do such thing like that. No, not a man or woman. It is very difficult. Yes. That's why you see if they talk something, it work for them. Because most of it, they have one voice. But in this house, all those people, they are betrayers. They give them small thing, they change their mind. They betray their brother. Even they are biological, but they betray others. They can do anything because of money. That is the reason why most happen in those south, or southwest, or southeast, or south. In northern part, it's very difficult before you see such things like that. They cannot dare not to go and impose somebody that is not from north. They can't even reason it. Talk less or to go there. Imagine, it's like it's embarrassing something. Benin have been there for how many years, understand? I can't do to Okpolo. You need to do something. It's not that it's like, I've not seen what is really working because Abia State, as an example, 1 year when Alex Oti was in office, he rehabilitated 90 road, 90, both the newly constructed and the rehabilitated road. 90 after 1 year, just for exactly 1 year celebrated. But this very one now, I've never even seen what he's doing. They are just there propagandists. That is the problem. They are just doing propagandists.
30 seconds, sir.
Yeah, the problem we are having. They need to talk to this man, because if you don't do something, I believe second time will not come there. Even Tinubu now, his second time is not guaranteed for him. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abdul Malik. Yes, I agree with you. He said second term may not be guaranteed, for Monday Okpebolo, because Usadebe Avenue now, I hear it's all about Edo Central, the people he's employing, and everything that's going on. Even this woman being an Iyeki, well, she's not even an Iyeki. The one that Folashade has imposed, she's even from Esan, Esan land. The Iyeki in Esan land, will not be an Iyeki in Benin. You understand? So they just want to distort our history, but we will not let them. We'll just keep educating the people. And I thank Chief Ida for actually explaining it to everybody. So they spoke it in Bini language and they spoke it in English. So there's nobody that can say they didn't understand where the Oba was coming. I mean, they gave a chronological explanation, simple English, on what it means to be an Iyeki, what it means to select an Iyeki, not Iyaloja. It is alien, according to my father. It is alien in Bini culture. Give us our mandate. You have 4 minutes, sir. I think you'll be the final person, then I'll have my final submission too. 4 minutes. Give us our mandate if you're there. Okay, I guess give us our mandate is not there.
Not there.
Okay, so I'm going to just say that I think everybody has explained explicitly about the Iyeki issue, and by God's grace, I should be here on Sunday to actually listen to the guests who's going to expatiate more on that. And I just want to say for Peter Obi's election, Mr. Alvis, you said something that Peter Obi might not have a political party to a political platform. That's a political party for 2027. It is very possible because we have seen the handwriting on the wall. The present administration would never allow Peter Obi to be relevant in any existing political party now. Now, the party that we all expected was the Labour Party. We all know that the Labour Party has been bought. Yes, it has been bought. And it is not just Abure. He has a conglomerate of thieves and psychophants and satanic people like Arabambi and the other one that's a native doctor, in collaboration with some miscreants and ignoramus, have supported this evil entity, and Nigerians are suffering. They think they are enjoying. Nigeria is coming to them. They think they are enjoying. They will collect whatever million, build gazillion of houses everywhere in Maitama, in Gusape, in Lekki, phase 1, 2, or even Ekpe. They think they can acquire all these things and they will have peace. Isn't it foolish that you acquire all these things? You live in the same country. Let's just say you ship your children and your wife into another country to enjoy the dividends of democracy, then you now stay. So do you think that you'll be so free? You can't be free, because anywhere you go, you always have to look behind your back, because you have made the decisions and you know their consequences. You might know the consequences, but you might not know the gravity of the consequences that you're going to get by these wicked, greedy, self-centered decisions that you made. So if they like, let them be acquiring houses, let them be acquiring it. It is okay. We are watching. Mr. Elvis, at this point, I will say that, I'm still hoping on hope that Peter Obi might see a platform that is credible for us to vote for him. Because right now, if Peter Obi enters a political party called the Niger Watch Political Party, everybody will follow him. Wherever Peter Obi goes, we go, right? We know that for the ADC, it's the legs are shaking, right? So, let's just keep praying for Peter Obi. That's all I can say. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. That's what Peter Obi is experiencing right now. He's the only one that knows how heavy the crown is on his head. And I pray that God will protect him. But regardless of the snag or the problems that we might think is against Peter Obi, somehow I just pray for some sort of immaculate intervention of some sort that will happen in 2027. God bless Nigeria and God bless Benin Kingdom. Oba Atokpe. Mr. Elvis.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Madam Rita. Thank you very much. As for Peter Obi, it's just like everybody is painting right now. If Peter Obi take a decision today, everybody will follow him. That's it. That's it. So whenever he decides to take a decision, we all are pending. We are waiting. That's all. So anybody who thinks that Peter Obi will not get a platform to run, I don't understand that. And except maybe the only area I might find a bit scaring of it, maybe to register a new party with INEC might become another big problem. So obviously, Peter Obi still need to run under a party that is already registered with INEC, right? So if ADC did not work, for me, I don't know what will happen with Labour Party, but in case that one did not work, there's so many other parties that is just there that is not functioning right now, but they are registered. So for me, anywhere Peter Obi come out from, he go win. But the question is, if he win, can he defend his vote from there if nobody is backing him up? That's my concern.
Mr. Elvis, most of the other political parties, they are owned by the political class. If let's say Peter Obi goes to Accord Party, for example, who owns the Accord Party? I mean, they may have a figurehead like the Owosu guy of ADC. They may have a figurehead, but the real owners, they know themselves, and the real owners are part of the government. I think one major mistake Peter Obi made when parties were being registered, in fact, as at the time PDP, when he left PDP before he went to Labour, he will have registered a political party. Exactly. If he have called it, that was a major mistake. Because that everybody now, all these guys, Nigerians start learning this politics now. You must have insurance. See, this old pussycat like Atiku, Agbado, they own many of these political parties you've seen. They are the main owners of the party. Take it or leave it. It is only parties like what they call it. This Labour Party was actually from the Labour Union. It now graduated into something else, and because people were thinking that the real Labour people were thinking that, okay, Peter Obi, we would change Nigeria. So they just agreed to this Abure's and Araban Biko just to let there be peace. But obviously, it turned out greed came into play. So I was saying, Shorere's party, in fact, Shorere to me, I just feel that he's the one sitting on the fence who has the highest pay. That's how I see Shorere. But I can say Shorere created his party and Labour Party. The other ones are owned by all these goons. They are owned by all. Peter Obi knows. That's why he doesn't want to go there. So God help us.
Thank you. Black Butter, quickly.
Najawa, this whole thing is still a game. The reason why I still hold on to that is this. The man called the former vice president, Peter Obi, two of them knows that if they go their separate way, Agbado, no matter what you do from the north, Agbado will win the election. They know. With these premises, what are we seeing? Are we not noticing that they are still playing a game?
Okay. Black Panther, hold on. Let me hear from Mr. Joseph Oji.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please quickly talk to us. Good evening to you.
Just what you were just saying about party. I just want to chip in, please. Sorry about what you're doing. I thank you for everything. Before the court case started in the last election, when those guys, Apapa and Araban B and the rest of them were complaining to Peter Obi about Apuri, telling him how terrible he is, that he's a criminal. And besides that, Apapa was the authentic vice chairman. Then before Apuri went and forged the other man, the previous chairman's party that passed on, and Abule made himself as the chairman. You see, throughout till before the court started, Obi refused to hold a meeting with them. He did not hear them out. He was always going about with Abule. I think that was a mistake. At least you should have had the other party hear them, their own side of the story, and then listen to them. You know, that's exactly, I think he made a mistake on that part. But that strong belief on Abule, I think it was a mistake. I think it was a mistake. He would have listened to the other party. Maybe through that, while they were, even after that sort of court case, when they were going to headquarters to hold that meeting, by then he will sit both parties down and they will iron things out.
Thank you, sir.
To me, the Labour Party still look, but unfortunately, with this Abule man, I would never advise Peter Obi to go back to Labour Party, to be frank. I know.
All right. Thank you, sir.
I won't.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Anyway, I don't want us to start a new topic, but let's continue to put our voices out there. Like many people normally say, maybe Peter Obi know what he's doing, or even the ADC themselves, they might be doing something differently from what you and I are not thinking. But let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's keep eyes on everything. 2027 is still far away. Now, only politicians make it look like Senate tomorrow. I appreciate every one of you that came into the panel today, that joined this broadcast today. Thank you very much. Black Panther, Madam Rita, Abdul Malik, Oduwa, Amashola, give us a mandate. Sir Louis, thank you very much, my wonderful people. God bless you all. And thank you, those of you that called in today. Thank you, Mr. Joseph Orji, Mr. Alex. Oh, Mr. Alex was actually with us on the panel as well. Mr. Alex, and many others that called in. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much, Kis Noguera here. Thanks for this watch out earlier on. I'm very, very grateful. And the comment section, mother for Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you always. Thank you, Ienogi. Thank you, my brother Abo Azi. I appreciate you. Thanks for all that you do. Love Maduka, Mother Peggy Mondi. Thank you, my wonderful people. I appreciate you all. Then we have Michael and Amaro with us. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And many, many others right there. Abdul, I can see you as well. And God will bless you. All right, we've come to the end of the broadcast. I'll see you guys again, fingers crossed, by God's grace, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, Saturday. I don't know if we'll be talking about politics, but it might be politics, but let's see if another issue come up. But on Sunday, I'm going to be talking about this whole thing of Loja or La Loja. All right. Thank you very much, my people. Now, you know, enjoy the quarter. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night and bye for now.
Ọlọ́run ọba, ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run ọba, ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run ọba, ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run ọba, ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run ọba òun lẹ́ ó bá. Ó ní àánú là àríkà. Adé orí ọ̀rọ̀. Ọlọ́run ló gbọ́dọ̀ fọlẹ̀. Adé orí ọ̀rọ̀. Oya ṣàkó sí wọn. Ṣàkó sí wọn. Yé ṣàkó sí wọn. Ṣàkó sí wọn. Oya do ṣàkàrà náà. Oya do ṣàkàrà náà. Oya do ṣàkàrà náà. Ṣàkó sí wọn. Oya sọ pé ṣá máa wò mí. Ṣá máa wò mí. Ṣá máa wò mí. Ṣá máa wò mí. Adé ṣá máa wò mí. Ṣá máa wò mí. Ṣá máa wò mí. Adé ṣá máa wò mí. Ṣá máa wò mí. Ṣá máa wò mí. Adé ṣá máa wò mí. Sọ pé ẹni tó bá nínú tèmi Jésù ti dìde. Labalábá tó bá dènà. Aṣọ rẹ̀ ajá. Èmi yóò máa yọ nínú Olúwa. Olúwa ṣeun. Ó fèrè síṣẹ́. Ọba tó ń ṣọlẹ̀ fún ní láìpò. Yóò ṣe fún wa yọ o. Bàbá. Ìwọ tó ń ṣọlẹ̀ fẹ́ni tí o mọ̀ yìí. Ó gbójú bá fún ọ. Bàbá. Sọ pé ọba tó ń ṣọlẹ̀ fún ní láìpò. Sọ pé mo wá yọ o. Bàbá. Ìwọ tó ń ṣọlẹ̀ fẹ́ni tí o mọ̀ yìí. Ó gbójú bá fún ọ. Bàbá. Ó ṣe máa rẹ̀. Oníṣẹ́ fine gan. Oníṣẹ́ fine gan. Oníṣẹ́ fine gan. Oníṣẹ́ fine gan. Ẹ wọ́n mọ̀ náà. Ẹ wọ́n mọ̀ náà. Ọmọ ṣe no dey struggle to find. Ọmọ ṣe no dey struggle to find. Ẹ wọ́n mọ̀ tí ó wẹ̀ tó ń dán. Ẹ wọ́n mọ̀ tí ó wẹ̀ tó ń dán. Ó fi beauty jí wọn lọ. Ó fi beauty jí wọn lọ. Ó fi jíjà jí wọn lọ. Ó fẹ́ náà ṣì nà wọn pa. Ṣé ìbò ṣe fine gan? Oníṣẹ́ fine gan. Oníṣẹ́ fine gan. Ṣe fine gan. Okay, fine girl yẹn dà. 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 Come on, fine girl yẹn dà. Oya fine girl jẹ́ come on. Oya fine girl jẹ́ come on. Fine girl jẹ́ come on. Oya fine girl jẹ́ come on. Give me some oddity. I said fine girl jẹ́ come on. See, have you seen a fine girl today? Oh yeah. Have you seen a fine girl today? Oh yeah. Have you seen a fine girl today? Have you seen a fine girl today?